Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored and privileged to be here with Isaiah Rashad. Round of applause, please, in the back if you're here. Encouragement, empowerment. I like that shit.
Appreciate it.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm chill. Just moving to a new spot. I'm enjoying myself.
A new spot
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah. A different one. I was already living out here, but I moved to a new apartment lately.
Why?
Just different zen. And I was already supposed to do it after tour. I just been holding it off.
You're channeling this zen that I've been trying to channel recently in all of my interviews and my podcasts.
Yeah.
Like this really like peaceful place.
One day at a time.
Well, how do you get there?
Therapy, psychiatrist, a little bit of, just talking to the homies. And it's just a general mantra, you know what I'm saying? One day at a time. Don't take too many things too seriously. I can only handle.
You're in therapy actively.
Yeah.
You ever stop?
For a little bit. And that was a terrible time, actually.
When was this?
Like, I wasn't going to therapy like the past, probably like last year, and I probably should have stayed in it though. But it was cool.
But why'd you leave?
No, it was probably like a couple, like a year or two ago. I just wasn't keeping up with the schedule, thinking I could handle stuff on my own type of stuff. You know, you get the idea that you could just carry everything by yourself and schedule everything by yourself and end up falling off.
All right, no. I'm a therapy baby myself, so I don't want to start with therapy.
Okay.
Let's see, we're here, you were born. I want to start with everything that happened in between.
Yeah.
Like, I want to start with your upbringing, your parents, mom, dad, siblings, household. I want to start there.
I guess it was a blended family. Blended family mostly, like my stepdad, my brothers, and I got like, it's a long story, bro, with that. Like, to be honest, my family's dysfunctional. Like, my home life was cool. Like, my home life was probably like this safety, this serenity of my life is having a stepdad and having a mom with similar backgrounds of, I say, destruction on both sides to come together and try to create a place for me and my little brothers to be safe.
Well, where did you get so privy with the destruction or the dysfunction?
Like
as a child?
like all of my parents, like my parents, my dad, my stepdad, my stepmom, all their parents left them. One or the other, or somebody died, or it was a tragedy, and my mom's lost like her sisters and stuff, and everybody got different dads. You know, just not to say like a stereotypical thing, because I hate that that's a stereotypical thing,
But pain and trauma.
Pain and trauma. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they came together to try to create and cultivate a space where it was always peaceful, and that's kind of why.
And that can be tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's our upbringing at that point with all of this information at such an early age?
What do you mean?
Like, it sounds like you were privy to a lot.
Yeah, I was always with my mom. I was always with my mom or with some adult where I saw stuff, and they never sugarcoated anything from me. But they always let me know what was going on. I was always in the mix as far as like whether the bills were being paid or not, whether we had it or not. I always knew.
Okay, so what type of child are you at this point?
Kind of like my mom's little helper.
Okay.
You know, type of shit.
Got
my
it.
mom's little helper. I keep my little brothers. I keep my little cousins and stuff, type of stuff. So I had a job since I was 13. So.
Since you were 13?
Yeah.
What was the job?
Hardee's.
Hardee's?
Yeah.
Fast food?
Yeah.
Cashier or working the food?
Working to cook the fries and stuff at first, but since I was the youngest and stuff, they put me in the front to work the register and all that type of shit.
Now, was there pressure to have a job at 13?
Hell yeah. My mom was like, I can't afford to pay for your stuff no more. Like, I want to, but I can't afford to do it all. And it was some good, like, my grandma grew up on my mom and them had jobs by the time they were 13, 14, which is wild to me. But that's just how I grew up. That's how I grew up. I try not to pass it down to, like, my kids. I don't want them to have a job. I want them to be kids for as long as they can, but that's how I was.
That's scary, right?
Yeah.
I have this fear that you do all of this, you live your life to hand down a better life to your kid, and then your kid be like, I want to do it my own way.
without considering.
I don't need your help.
No, but try to. I think the important thing is like to instill the stuff in your kid young enough that they find reason to listen to you. Like I'm proud that my little kids, my kids still look at me like, you know what I'm saying?
How many kids do you have?
3 of them things.
3?
Yeah, 3 of them.
How old?
8, 6, and 2. About to be 2, about to be 7, about to be 9.
Oh, get out of here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a tribe.
Yeah.
That's work.
Yeah.
But it's got to be fun.
It's fun. It's fun, especially like the girls fun. My oldest son's autistic, and that's a challenge. That's a new challenge. Like it's something I'm not all the way privy to, and I'm not like a fucking expert on it. But shout out to his mom though, for sure. For like taking that shit way more serious than we took it when we was young. Cause we didn't really understand it at first.
Autism?
Man, especially him being so young, we didn't understand like he was just different. Cause how somebody tell you a kid autistic and he fucking reading at 1? We thinking he's like savant type of shit. We thinking some other stuff.
But I'm with you there. I don't like the negative connotation that comes with the word autism.
Yeah.
Because what are we programmed for it to mean?
It's just making your kid seem like a pariah or some shit like that, or some type of outsider. When it's more about us not knowing how to learn other people and read other people versus trying to get them to adjust to us. That seemed like what most people try to do anyway.
Well, yeah, I had a problem with even learning that y'all were monitoring children from birth to see where they fit amongst other kids. Like, why you can't let people be individuals? Like, why do we have to have names for things so early?
That's how we supposed to.
Am I off in that?
You're not off in that, but that's totally not how society's set up. Society seems to be set up to find the median or the average but the outliers kind of get ostracized.
I'm a creator. I like to look at what society was like before it was designed to be this way.
Yeah. Hip hop has always been like the story of like the young black man growing up, and now a young black man and young black women too. At the core, it's always been like that. It's been like watching people go from being kids. That's how rappers are from Outkast. You go from watching them being kids, watching you from being a kid when you first put your shit out to now. That's what rap is.
Yeah, but when it grew, it became that individual from that town telling his story to now that individual in that town telling their story, and then it just became widespread. And now we got stories from all of these impoverished neighborhoods, right? Like, I'm learning about so many of the things that growing up and learning about what niggas going through, listen to Outkast, listen to UGK, listen to, so there is no set way for it to go, right?
Yeah. I guess when it felt like people was looking at me, I'm like, it was so I wasn't used to that type of attention. I'm used to like just dropping my music, and then do my shows. I'm out of here type of shit. But then it's like, oh, y'all invested in my personal life. Wow. Like,
well, aren't all the fans now invested in?
I guess it was just people who weren't even listening to the music invested.
Well, the casual hip hop is so big now that the casual fan still wants to be privy to. They want to check your Insta story. They want to. You have to be constant, and that could be annoying. How do you feel? Speak to that though. How do you feel as a rapper with privacy is already blurred? People already feel like they should know everything about you. So when there's this shocker, it's like, I had no idea y'all was a fan since day one.
I'm like, it wasn't really anybody's business in the first place.
That's what I said.
It was nobody's business in the first place. It's like, I'm like, it wasn't anything that I felt like, if somebody asked me about it, then I'll talk to you about it. I've talked to plenty of people about it.
But when it broke,
I was eating this chicken salad.
There we go.
I was eating a chicken salad, and you get a call from Top and Matt at the same time, and that's the weirdest shit, because they don't never, a double FaceTime. I'm like, the fuck did I
it's
do?
a FaceTime,
I'm like, what the fuck did I do, bro? And like, I'm like, okay. He's like, well, and I'm like, off him starting to say something, I'm like, oh, one of them little sex things leaked, huh? I'm like, damn, did they get the good tape? I'm like,
oh, so you tape a lot.
No, it's not. What? No.
You said did they get the good?
We've had like
I got some tapes.
It's off the record there.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
No, niggas to be having fun. Niggas having fun. Being a young nigga having fun over the past like couple years. I'm 30, bro. Like,
but never with the worry of, because you are who you are.
Yeah. See, that was the ignorance of me. But that's the only thing I ever felt anything about. I'm like, I don't be understanding who I am, I guess, to other people sometimes. But I also don't put myself on a pedestal. So
gotta walk a fine line.
So when shit happened to me, I'd be genuinely shocked. I'm like, damn, what, like.
And no one ever had the conversation with you about NDAs when it's time to get in that zone. So you just out here. Oh God. Okay, well I'm sure you realize who you are.
Yeah, I totally have a grasp of it to an extent now. Yeah, it's been a good reminder.
Did they sell it?
Nah, I don't even know, bro. I woke up and just saw it. I woke up, I woke up and saw it. He sent it to me. And I'm like, damn, well, this is weird. And like, it's coming from Reddit. I'm like, this is super weird.
Reddit always get the shit.
Yeah, I'm like, this is super just strange. But then I was like, all right, like, let me just chill for a couple days and let me like figure out how I feel about this. And then I was kind of pressed about it. I'm like, damn, somebody's trying to hurt my feelings. And that kind of put me in like a dark place for like a couple weeks. And I had to like pull myself out of that. Cause I'm human. I was like, damn, this is weird. And then everybody was trying to like comfort me, which made me feel even more weird.
Weird, right?
Yeah, I was like, I was like, everybody trying to hug me and say it's okay, and I'm like, what?
But isn't that great?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That's
The
so
community
dope.
of it is beautiful, and that's one of the reasons I felt like, okay,
This is not the hip hop that I came into. I'll tell you that.
I've gotten so much support. Like I'm talking about, like even today, he's like, yo, I'm proud of you. Like you understand, like my little brother
so
this or my
jealous.
little cousin this type of shit. Like
I'm so jealous of that.
why?
I am such a hater.
It's cool though. I mean, I guess if my situation can help anybody, just like anything else that I do, like I'm all for it.
So even initially, the reception from your base was supportive.
Yeah, they was like, it's nobody's business in the first place. It's not like I'm out here like denying anything. It's like, yo, it's clearly me. Like it's clearly fucking me. Like it's clearly me. Like so it's like
I saw a little bit of, hey, y'all sure that's...
no, that's
him. Nigga.
That's me. Yeah, that's me, nigga.
I didn't watch it when everybody else did. I didn't care. Like it's not my business. What everybody do is what they do. God forbid if niggas was just taping me behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But then I thought I shouldn't come do an interview without watching it. And then I watched it.
You stupid as hell.
I gotta
bro.
be well versed.
Come on,
I gotta
bro.
be well informed with my shit.
on, bro.
So I watch it,
God.
and I'm like, wait, this is what y'all was all. You gotta get the fuck out of here. I didn't think it was bad at all. I thought it was the swaggiest way to do it.
The first couple of days was like kind of weird for me. And I wrecked my fucking car. And because I was super in my head, I was like, because I felt like more so responsible like for my family and stuff. Like my grandma was going through like this cancer stuff already. My granddad had just had a stroke and died. Like it was like in
Rest
that.
in peace.
Yeah, RP to him. Like and that's like he died the next day after that shit. So I'm thinking like, did the shock? Did they leak? Did he see the tape? Did it kill him? It's not a joke, but.
No, I understand.
Type of shit. Like I can laugh at it now, but I was dead ass. I'm like, damn, that.
Because he didn't know.
He knew everything though. He was one of the last people who told me like I'm so honest with my family, dog. He was like, whatever you do, man, you just gotta take care of yourself. That was one of the last things he said to me, period. And then that shit happened, and he called me and was like, are you alright? And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Like he like, you ain't alright. I'm like, I'm gonna be alright though. So and then the next day he died. Like, but it's like no, it was like 2 days after that. Cause me and Matt was like, we gotta get out of chat. We gotta go see something. You know what I'm saying? Go be somewhere. Yeah.
I'd have went on vacation too.
Can't really go on vacation stressed out. You know? I knew afterwards that like I was gonna have to talk to somebody or talk about it, or people were just gonna ask me stuff or come with assumptions, and I had to know in that moment I had to be okay with.
But do you have to?
If I don't want to act like other people who I see like come outside of themselves because of other people, I kind of have to have that conversation with myself and be like, you know, people might treat you different, or people might say this to you, and it's okay. That's on them. It's not on me. It's on me how I react to stuff or how like.
Yeah.
But I had to have a conversation with myself.
Does the music change at all?
Hell no.
Because that's first and foremost for me is that.
I can say some more hurtful
you
stuff.
go.
I mean, like some of the stuff that was bothering me from like conversations that I didn't want to put in the raps. It's like now it's like, why not? Like I might as well talk about whatever's been going on. Cause I be trying to just save people. Like, you know, in your personal life. like when I make a song about something and it got something to do with like one of my kids' moms or even my mom or one of my friends, so sometimes I'll put that shit on the floor and say, we're not putting it out.
You better.
Because that ain't, yeah, because that's, you know what I'm saying? But not, the only thing it made me feel like was, well, let me just talk about all my shit. I have a lot of shit that
That's
I don't
the
talk
fun
about.
part, yo. When you just stop suppressing and worrying about what somebody gonna think when the song drop.
Yeah.
Now it could get hurtful for people.
Yeah, that's not my aim. I just like, I feel like now, since like all the doors of my house has been opened up, I'm like, well, shit, I can, if y'all really want to know some shit.
No. I am vehemently against that. No, you can't do that. No. Please don't do that.
Not like that. I mean, just on like.
You can start going crazy.
No, not like that. I mean like on some like, if you want to hear my diary, I can rap some of my diary too. Instead of giving you these puzzle raps, I try to give these and make a kid have to sit down for a couple hours and figure it out. I can give you some direct, like how I feel.
Give me the meaning to The House is Burning.
Man, it was really about like the world. It's the idea of if everything in your life is crumbling, would you really go into a burning building to take like just tangible possessions, or would you like, or even ego type of shit like that? Would you risk your livelihood over some shit when you can start over? Would you
like Jack from This Is Us? That's how he died. He ran back in the house to get to get the dog or
that type of shit. Yeah, like it was like a crossroad in my life. The House is Burning was a crossroad, making it of, do I want to continue what I'm doing, or am I willing to try new things? Am I willing to just attempt to achieve something and fail, and then start over, or any of that type of shit? I guess I'm saying it kind of wrong. But really,
I think I understand where you're going.
It's the idea of, are you willing to start over? The House is Burning. Are you willing to start over?
Destroy and rebuild. Just wrestling with a lot of the things I fought with when I was grappling with retirement. Like, hey, this is the only thing I know. Like, how willing are you to just put the pen and paper down? No more songs. Start from scratch. Go learn something. Figure it out. Experiment. Like that. Yeah, I get that. While I understand this is your lifestyle, so you're accustomed to it, you do understand how this is an abnormal story for hip-hop.
Yeah.
And the fans of hip-hop, and why people may have been confused with the story breaking.
Yeah, I understand.
Speak to your understanding of it.
I guess it's not in the everyday household something normal, which is, I don't come from an everyday household, so stuff that's easy for me to understand, or stuff that I don't take is, you know what I'm saying, is a big thing. I do understand that not everybody's prepared for it, and I gotta have respect for other people's views too. Well, what the fuck did I just say?
Okay, but there still would have to be like a shock factor for you involved.
Yeah, like immediately because I knew that people like wouldn't understand, and everybody doesn't think like me. That doesn't guard me from not being sensitive to the comments from, like, for every positive thing, there's somebody calling me on my name or something like that. And it made me it kind of got to me for a little bit. I had to stop even, like, looking into that type of stuff.
See, because that's where we start getting into maybe some real underlining issues in hip-hop with homophobia, or how certain things are viewed.
Yeah.
Where, like, I wouldn't think that there's this wave of people that are now disrespecting you or calling you out of your name, or now just taking your personal life and making it, or weaponizing it.
Yeah, and I felt like kind of like responsible for my peers and my friends around me, because like for their association of being affected by me, that sent me into a dark place for real. Like when it first came out, I totally fell off the wagon and was drinking and wrecked my car, just tried to kill myself. But
I was gonna get into that car wreckage situation.
Yeah, I wrecked both of them.
2 cars.
2 members in
Two different incidents.
Yeah, off the same type of stuff. Like it took me to a real dark place. I felt responsible for like the label, for my family, for them having to explain, or them just having to explain stuff on my behalf. Like it made me feel.
Did you feel like you had failed?
I feel like I fucked up. I feel like I fucked up like not preparing everybody. Just my mom and my folks knowing. Just felt like them being out of the loop I feel like I hurt my people's feelings.
Because their lives are now also affected.
Yeah.
And that can become tumultuous.
Yeah, and knowing that like this is people's livelihoods outside of my own and how this could affect it. I don't know. I didn't know how to take it in at the time.
Okay, so we have 2 separate car accidents.
Yeah.
Are we intentionally trying to hurt ourselves at this point?
Definitely the first one. The second one was, I was just still in such a whirlwind of emotion and like, how am I gonna make this okay for my family? Because at this time, after 1,000 messages, man, and negative ones, not just the good ones, I started actually thinking about my kids and like the internet's gonna live. My kid's gonna see this in a couple of years. Somebody's gonna pick on my kid or do this to my son or my daughter, and then it started like just sitting on me and making me feel a different way about it.
Do you think any of that is related to shame?
I don't even know. Responsibility more than anything else, because even if my kids are equipped to understand and have a similar mindset of one, accepting other people, but and having the intent of protecting other people, that doesn't mean that like somebody's gonna protect them from some kid getting at them over their dad, or somebody getting at them over their dad.
Profound point. That's why I'm asking what I'm asking. I'm asking that because I kind of identify, and when I've had those dark thoughts about self-transitioning,
yeah,
I always get to my kids. And if I do that, the protector of my kids will no longer be here. So that's an interesting irony there. Did that thought ever cross your mind?
Selfishly, while I was behind the wheel of that car, man, I thought it would be to benefit at first. I'm like, because I was feeling so low about myself, because I go through these highs and these lows of feeling like invincible to feeling like just the worst. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just the worst. And at that moment, I felt like they'd be better off without me. Like to go through this situation and to get through it, they'd be better off just without me being around.
How do you combat that?
Every day is a constant reminder.
What's that therapy session like? I'm sure that's intense.
I don't know how to describe what the feeling of feeling like losing self-worth is. But
is it imaginary?
No, because you feel it. It hurts. You feel it. You feel it. It actually hurts. So no, I wouldn't call it imaginary at all.
I phrase it that way because I look at it like when I'm trying to describe depression to someone that doesn't have it, I say, imagine seeing and feeling things that aren't there.
All the time.
But they are there because
it's real to you.
It's real. But for these people, you can never imagine what I'm going through because you don't see it. You're not exposed.
A lot of people don't know what it feels like to be alone in a room full of people.
Why do depressed people make the best music?
We got enough time with our emotions probably to understand some of them better than other people.
And do you think your music would suffer if you weren't made up this way?
Yeah, I do. As a kid, being like a teenager and not having a lot of life experience, the only thing I had to really talk about was how I felt about it. You know, until I actually I think now at like 30, I'm just now getting experiences under my belt where I can put it on wax and that could be a benefit outside of just how I was feeling. That's what The House Is Burning was different for me for. It was like one of the first times I had experiences behind stuff versus just feelings and wanting to achieve something in a certain area.
That's how it sounded.
Yeah.
That's how it sounded. Like some of the earlier projects sound like you had a path, but The House Is Burning sound like, nah, he's lived some since last time we heard him. You mentioned the 2 car accidents, but are those the times you speak of when you're talking about wanting to kill yourself?
Nah, I got tats on my arms to cover up. Like, I used to be a cutter and up until a couple years ago, I couldn't go on a balcony for too long without having to, well, this might be the right time to, you know? Some weird shit to feel, but I couldn't go out on like a high building without considering. So I've suffered depression like for a good majority of my adulthood.
I don't like the options you chose. Like cutting seems.
Cutting is it was it's what we call
excessive.
superficial. It was more. I think that was more for myself. Cause if I wanted to like do it, I would have did it. When I drove my car into that wall and I didn't die, then like that was different. That was totally different. I was ready to be over. I woke up.
Is there like a Superman complex that comes from feeling that way and surviving it?
No, it was more so. If anything, I started tapping into. I guess I have a reason to be here, and leaning on that. Not that I'm the alpha and omega of my life. I'm the all in be all. It's more so. I guess I must be here for a reason. Like, and I always take the music stuff as being a vessel for other people. You know what I'm saying?
Which leads me like to my next question. Now that this is your experience, what do you say to your other peers that might be out there suppressing a lifestyle or not comfortable with just owning who they are fully? And some of the concerns that might come with that.
I'm here to talk to anybody that has something like that going on with them, because I'm still new to understanding and getting to understanding my feelings. But
but you make it look great.
Man, that's not the luxury that some people have. So I gotta understand that and realize that if you're going through something, if you're going through anything like I'm going through, then definitely find people that it's a safe place for you to be at, a place where you could pull out your stuff and actually talk about the things that you need to talk about. Or I'm realizing I'm having to change my environments to better suit who I am, and to be able to get this type of stuff out and be able to talk about this type of stuff, and choosing better people around. Because I don't really have a whole bunch of advice for people. I'm here to listen.
And learn, because you're going through it
because I'm just
real time.
Yeah, every day.
Okay. So I have to ask you, you said your family knew, your grandparents knew, your girl knew, but for the people who didn't know, how do you identify today?
I'd say, like, I'm sexually fluid.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning about it myself. I'm getting put my heads in the books to find out the basics of it. But basically, like, I'm not in full control of when I walk into a room who I'm attracted to. Okay. And just because I grew up in high school, I dated this type of person. In college, I dated this type of person. Doesn't necessarily mean as an adult that it's gonna always be like specific. But I'm more so attracted to like a personality. I'm attracted sometimes to the intellect, and sometimes just being attracted to somebody. But I'm not like in a position for myself to say, this is this.
To label it something.
This is that, yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, I'm trying to learn the difference between sexually fluid and pansexual.
What is that? I mean, I don't even know what they. I know the term, but I don't know what it means, like in definition.
Pansexual, how it was explained to me, is someone that is attracted to whatever they're attracted to, not necessarily men and women, but whatever I'm attracted to at that time is what I'm into.
Yeah, I guess if I'm going at it with the idea of there's no preconceived determination of it, then like, yeah, I'd be attracted to people without knowing why, and they don't have anything about how somebody else thinks about how they look. It's not like she's a 10 or he's a 10, or it's like if I'm attracted to somebody, I just am, and I don't have any control over it. It's like what type of food you like, you know?
So you're not monogamous?
Definitely right now.
So you are monogamous?
Yeah, at the moment. Yeah, right now, yeah.
But if I'm sexually fluid,
that doesn't mean I'm going out. That doesn't mean I'm going out and just doing whatever.
That's what it sound like.
It's just I have an understanding. I have an understanding with myself that, like, you know, to not expect anything out of myself as far as an attraction. If I get close to somebody, like close enough with somebody, I might end up being attracted to him, or to her, or whomever. It's not something I'm in fully control over, and that's part of my understanding and willingness with all this stuff. It's like,
And it would have to be a part of your partner's understanding, right?
yeah, I guess if we were dating outside of it.
Listen, I'm asking you because I know the shit I go through in my relationship was just simple shit.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
So you sitting here like, nigga, it's me, and I'm like, oh, he's the man.
No, yeah. I don't even know how to respond to that way.
You don't have to. You don't have to. So let me ask you this now. So when did you first learn this about yourself?
It's been gradual. It's been a gradual thing over the past couple of years. Like, you notice. I noticed those things, and
So like recent?
Yeah.
You say the last few years.
yeah, recently.
Well, no, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I mean that's recently, like the last couple of years, I've had a couple of experiences just like dating and trying to like hanging out and trying different honestly just trying different things I didn't expect that I would be trying.
Sober.
It's just
Man, you're having a blast.
I mean, and then it just comes with it. And luckily, I date somebody who has a similar understanding of themselves in that way. Which I was lucky. I was lucky to understand her. So she's putting me onto a lot of stuff that I didn't even understand.
So really, the learning is in real time.
The learning's in real time too. Yeah.
Like, and it's nonstop. Even when you're home with your partner, just.
Yeah.
Are you at a place where you have to explain any of this internet shit to your kids?
No, my kid's 6, man, and 8. No, we do Roblox and Super Y.
Got it.
Yeah.
No concern about.
Not right now, man. Luckily, I got little kids that are little kids. They didn't grow up like me.
Yeah.
I got little kids who are little kids. Yeah.
How's that?
I've been having to be an adult the past couple of years more than I thought I would have, and I understand being the born parent now because I'm challenging them to be intellectuals within themselves and challenge them to expand themselves, and that's my concern more than how cool it could be for us to go do some shit all the time. Like I really want to go take them to museums and stuff, like really trying to do that type of thing, and I don't know, getting acclimated with the history. And I didn't ever think I'd be one of them parents. I thought I just want to go to Six Flags.
Yo, I now hate Six Flags. Yo.
Yeah, I hate Six Flags. I hate lines.
Yo, now I hate Six Flags.
I won't say I hate Six Flags because
you might get a check one day. But me, they can keep that check. Fright night is like, oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah.
What else do I have for you? You told me about depression. You told me.
Yeah, I fell off. I had to go check myself in for a little bit. I went and stayed at a little sober living for about 2 weeks.
Sober living. So what is sober living?
It's detoxing. Well, the beginning of it was just detoxing because I went so hard once the tape came out, and I was just embarrassed for my mom. Like, I got foul family members who was hitting up my mom, messing with her, trying to poke the bear, and she's sensitive to everything that goes on with her son and stuff. So that made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm totally getting on my regimen, just taking this shit back on the tequila, shit I said I wasn't gonna do, and had to really check myself.
That's what would anger me, like the total disregard of whoever put this out, of all of the people behind me. Fuck you trying to hurt me, but I got people that I love that you didn't consider it at all. Like, do you have a plan to take like legal action?
I haven't even been thinking about it, man. Honestly, I've been on just keeping my mind together, and it's been a time for my family to come together. Out of everything, it's been a blessing that with that happening, and then my granddad dying a couple of days afterwards, and my grandma going through what she's been through, it's been a concentration of family together more than it had been before. So if anything, like I can't be mad at everything about it. I always got to look at the brighter side of stuff.
And that's a blessing.
Yeah,
Anything that brings the family together.
absolutely.
Do you come from a religious background at all?
Yeah, my mom grew up. My mom initially, when my mom and my stepdad got together, they went into Islam. They were 5%ers for a little bit. They was heavy into, like, they had changed their names, Shimfa, Mustafa, and all that. And but as they got older, they converted back to Christianity, like Baptist, traditional Baptist, and like they're more just heavy on God. Like, if anything else, they take the lessons that I had from that and from everything else. My mom studied Mormonism for a little bit. She was on a lot of stuff when I was a kid. Wow. So it's the consistent thing is God.
So, well, yeah, but I don't call God or belief in a higher power religion necessarily.
In practice, though, because that's all religion is, though. It's just everyday practice, and they practice that shit every day. So I gotta call them religious.
Religion is more than practice. Religion is, and I don't have religious talks on camera, so I'm leaving this soon. Religion is, what story do you believe?
I guess I guess I'm saying it in a way that us as rappers or artists, religion on paper is practice. And whatever you practice is your religion.
And a belief system.
And it's based in it. And they've compounded those, and it's consistent. So I'll call them religion.
Was your family's religious background ever at the forefront of your thinking when it came to?
It's always the reminder. The basic principle is that it's things bigger than you, and it's things more important than just what your intent is every day, and just to flow with life, and be of service to people.
Here's a wild one. Are you an exhibitionist and a voyeur?
Jesus Christ.
I gotta ask.
Jesus Christ.
I have to ask. I have to ask.
Technically.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No, that's not obvious, though.
Obviously.
And it's not my place to assume that that's obvious. I can't.
Well, that's very politically correct of you.
Well, I try to be politically correct sometimes. But yeah, no, just because I had group sex this one time, that don't mean that's what I
I've had situations, I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm a young guy who tried a lot of stuff, man. Some of it got caught on camera.
But never your camera. See, that's what blows me away. You're doing it how you don't keep the footage. You're supposed to be the holder of the footage, and you. How you just letting random niggas walk around with the shit?
Fuck. That is the question. I guess this is the only part I feel any type of way about. Really, like, not the only part, but the part of me, the dumbass, the egg on the face feel was like, damn, I was irresponsible with my material.
You gotta protect your sanctity, man.
Yeah.
Especially with all of these. We in nasty, like, clout chasey era where people just get to monetize gossip in other people's lives. So it's like, I guess we as celebrities can't afford it.
I guess the information, I mean, the stuff didn't come that far from the crib. I put it like that. So it was felt like more of a betrayal thing.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, so it's not that, it's more of a betrayal. That's what affected the emotions more than anything else. It's like, you know who.
How do you confirm that?
Because you know who had it.
That would be hurtful.
Yeah.
That would be hurtful to me.
Yeah.
So now, I'm sure there was a feeling of feeling overexposed and compromised. We were talking off air. You was like, "Nah, I had to change my iCloud."
Yeah, totally.
Tell me about some of the new precautionary measures that you had to take now.
I built the fence of myself from just limiting, like, limiting
who's accessible,
how accessible I am, but also this really has been a lesson of my privacy and how serious I take it. So yeah, I changed my iCloud. I changed my number, and I've limited, like, I've had to re-examine who are my friends, and who am I participating with stuff in, who are these people in my life, and who needs to be there.
Any difficult discovery in that process? That always gets crazy for a rapper when you got to re-examine.
I mean, more than anything, like, you kind of just see it as you limit your access. That's how I've been able to tell who's there for me and who's not. Because other people have been able to, mostly they've understood, he needs some time to himself. Like, he needs to really, it was a shocker. And if I treat everything like all nonchalant, you know what I'm saying, I'd be lying. It's been heavy.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So what do you say to fans of yours who might be worried hearing about some of the things that you've gone through mentally, like today?
Everything. I mean, one, their support constantly it doesn't necessarily rival how I feel about my kids and my family, but it's something that I keep in mind at all times. That, like, my existence means something to somebody else, and it'd be ill of me, and it'd be wrong of me to just give up on myself when there's a million people out there rooting for me. You know what I mean? Especially when it's an opportunity for me to make something that could seem so big and bring it down to a simple terms and simple way, and show somebody that you can get through this shit, if anything else.
Do you think that your story can help with hip-hop's, I don't want to say hip-hop's acceptance, but hip-hop's view of what alternative lifestyle could look like?
I don't know, but I hope so. I don't have any skeletons in my closet for anybody to pull out right now or anymore. So hopefully, like, somebody seeing me living a free life, they can be encouraged to live one too.
I want to encourage you to reimagine vacations and what that's like. You need a vacation.
I do need a vacation, but I don't know. It's still school season right now. Maybe when school's out, I could do that.
Yeah, no, when school's out. What, you're a full-time dad? Kids here.
I want to take a family vacation. I don't really want to just do a me vacation. I want to take a family vacation. Community is number one to me right now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So we're not thinking about music until when?
I'm making music all the time. I was in the studio last night.
Don't stop, yo. Stop.
I'm serious.
Stop.
No bull. I was in the studio last night. It's one of the things that make me feel good.
You could be in the studio last night and the fucking song don't come out for 10 years.
It still made me feel good.
Cool. I'm not asking for you. I'm asking for the fans of your
when they
music.
can expect me. I mean, honestly, with the type of management and the team that I have, if I have to not let them hear songs. Because if they hear a song, it might come out tomorrow. If they hear some of the shit I've been cooking up, it might come out tomorrow.
Yeah, they say that about Top. They say Top is like Tom Thibodeau.
You have to not let them hear it.
Huh?
You gotta not let them hear it. You gotta put that shit somewhere else.
Yeah, but I like that well-oiled machine shit.
No, it's tight.
Just keep working.
Yeah.
Keep working, keep going. Do you get shocked at, like, when you work like that at that pace, do you get shocked at how fast you can get better?
No, I mean,
I'm just on rapper shit now.
On some rap shit, once I got past the idea of writing, just getting a whole verse out, I ain't never felt like that no more. You remember when it was hard for you to finish writing a verse? Just one?
It was a long time
It was a long time ago, but as soon as I got past that, like, it's always been so
That was ages ago. That's like my first 2 years of putting pen to paper where it was tough.
Yeah, this is before I had a fucking beat.
I feel like there's already a struggle for top tier MCs. And when I say that, I don't go off accomplishments. I go off ability.
Yeah.
And yours is there.
Thank you.
Right? So I feel like there's always this struggle for top tier MCs to figure out new ways to connect or to really be respected for that type of craftsmanship. Yeah, penmanship and craftsmanship. Like, so I feel like now with this whole new, like, I feel like your job is like, what do you say to them niggas though? Like,
the pen's still strong.
See, that's what,
the pen's still strong as fuck. It wasn't never not strong. It's just gonna make the pen weaker than what it was. I got more shit to talk about.
That's true. That's true.
I would encourage them to find some things to talk about.
Nah, you gotta get ready to go with some of these niggas now.
Why? I ain't never went at nobody.
Oh, I hate when y'all say that.
It's not my shit.
I hate when y'all say that.
That's not my shit. I'm in constant competition with myself and with other artists that don't even rap no more.
Who are they?
You know most of your favorite rappers have already transitioned to do something else.
Isn't that more visible now? You can see that now, right? Like, I say that every week damn near on my pod, but like, hey, people are starting rapping and then they're quickly going to something
I'm like
else.
studying 50 again type shit. Like, I haven't hit some of the things that other people don't even realize he was doing type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still studying. I'm studying Nas now. I'm getting like a crazy appreciation for Pusha T right now.
Did you not have it before?
I was a young nigga. I did not.
He was a baby, yeah.
Yeah, I did not. But he is fucking ferocious. And so I'm still learning shit. It's still skills that I'm picking up from people like.
It's so great to see that innocence.
Yeah,
like you learning about some killers right now.
I'm still on it. It's my shit.
So what are the other things that outside of rap maybe you want to branch out into?
I mean, I've been dressing myself. Hopefully, it's been.
You look
all
great.
right.
These pants right here. I see the ensemble.
I appreciate you. So I've been getting into that and like styling some of my friends and stuff. But also, if most of my fans know I'm heavily into comics. So I've taken this time to like kind of put some of my own experiences down on pen, and I'm trying to get some of that off. It'd be great for me to be able to get a comic out.
Fashion? Are you at like the fucking fashion weeks and shit?
If they invite me, dog.
I'll talk to them.
If they invite me,
Look how this works out.
No, dead ass though.
Shit becomes a help. I'm so
I'm trying to do that. I like to do that, and I'm working on the comic stuff for real. I feel like that'd be a good avenue for me to step into, because the way people just identify or think about like Superman or stuff like that, but these people really put their lives behind a fucking 32-page book. And or issue or whatever, and unless you really into it, just if you ain't nerding out how we would nerd out on niggas' bars, you ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
And there's some real stuff to be appreciated in that, and I like that.
I know. I used to be a comic dude a long time ago.
You should check out some new shit. Check out Tom King, Jeff Lemire, Donnie Case is real good.
Now, where are these people from?
I don't know. I haven't done their
For me,
bios.
it was Marvel.
I've read so much.
It was Marvel.
Oh
DC,
no, dude. I love these guys so much because they it's a label called Image Comics, and it was created by a bunch of guys who was trying to buck the system. At first, they were trying to buck the system, and they came together and made their own shit. It's one of the biggest comic labels out.
Why we can't do that as rappers?
We do. We make our own labels. It's not like they're competing with they're not competing with DC and Marvel, but they like shit that we know from, like Spawn came from that.
Okay.
Like things, The Walking Dead came from Image, and so we don't have, it's not necessarily like they're trying to compete. They're doing something different. It's not the traditional superhero shit.
I got it. You in the
anime? That's for my little brother. I keep it a bean. That's for my little brother. I can't talk about stuff on though.
Here's one I'll throw at you.
What?
You think it's over for Netflix?
Dude, I just started watching Shameless again, so
Okay.
No. I don't think it's over for them at all.
Why? Because you just started watching Shameless again?
If they got me watching
That's your reason?
I feel like I'm in that medium average person that they're depending on buying or spending that $12.99 on shit.
You share your password?
I share my Hulu.
Okay. What are you watching on Hulu?
Mostly docs, documentaries, dark shit, dark comedy. What We Do in the Shadows is a good one.
Okay.
It's about vampires.
Okay.
But it's not. You gotta watch it. When you watch it,
hit
me up.
Listen, I'm cool with watching anything dark.
I watch a lot of that shit. Like I'm a Larry David type of. I watch like really you're a dick comedy type of shit.
Well, that explains how you're just so zen-like and handling this with the utmost of confidence that I've ever seen. I think I don't have anything else for you. Let me think. I got my music update. I got my mental health update. Is there anything that you want to address that maybe Oh, wait, you picked the fucking Lakers to win the championship before the season started.
No, the fuck I did not. Don't ever put that in my mouth. Don't ever pause. Jesus, that's funny.
You flirting with me?
Chill the fuck out. Look,
Don't you fucking make me blush on this
chill,
camera.
bro. Look,
Don't you unlock.
Look, don't ever, but like, no, deadass never say that I rooted for the Lakers anything. He's over there. He knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right, so you're not a Laker.
Never. I'm signed to TDE. That's as far as it goes with that. I'm not a
All right,
Lakers
so what
fan.
team? Who are your sports teams?
I love Kobe though. RP.
Oh, Kobe's that guy. Rest in peace.
Well, honestly, man, I grew up a Spurs fan. Spurs fan. My stepdad put me on, and they're fucking winners.
You're full of surprises.
We're winners. I like winners. I like a winning system.
So you were never a fan of the Lakers coming up?
No. I was one of them kids that wanted Chris Webber to beat their ass, but he never did.
All right, so I have to ask you,
What?
where did Showtime come from?
Bro, if you don't back the fuck up.
That's my final question.
It was a part of
that.
the exhibition and shit. I was talking to somebody.
In the vid?
Yeah.
This guy is a fucking man, yo.
Keep this out of that.
Hey, we can take it out. Any last words for your fans, the audience?
To everybody out there, I appreciate the constant support, the messages, and just the love in general, man. For people new and old supporters, new supporters. Critics don't care, naysayers don't care.
Oh no, wait, tell me about the metrics going up. What are you
I
saying?
don't pay attention to that shit. You think I'm lying, but I don't. I only got my password to my Twitter.
But you know the metrics went up.
That's great. Nobody seems that pressed, so that's good. You know, but I don't really pay attention to that shit, man. I'm a purist, as they say. I try to keep it that way.
Well, listen, from me to you, I'm so glad you're in great spirits.
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you for taking the time.
You too.
I can't wait for the next project. I can't wait for
You don't like the
next...
name? I'll tell you after when we go.
Oh, you got it already?
I already got the name.
Oh man.
You don't like it?
Do you know what?
Do you know the content? What you getting into?
I don't really. It's me.
Concept.
It's gonna be more me.
Oh, let's go! Yes.
Hey, you stop it. You making me excited.
What? No, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Now I'm really excited, man. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Isaiah Rashad.